Yeah.
What are you doing? And he just fucking hits the button.
Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with the Acolyte, Season 1, Episode 6. Last time.
Yeah, we had an outstanding duel.
Outstanding. Yeah, I don't want to take it.
I don't think it was... A lot of people are giving it more credit than the prequel duels.
Well, I saw a comment saying no, and I mean, I think they're objectively wrong for a lot of reasons.
I agree.
I've watched the fight in slow motion. I mean, if anyone's been following me for a while, I used to run around with the LCC. I've won a couple contests, me and Eric from Blind Wave, and this guy grew up actually just as capable as us. I think you can deconstruct a fight pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I thought the fights were great. They were fantastic. They might be some of the best in the whole Disney trilogy era that's not animated. But I don't think they're better than the episode 1 or 3 fight. They had some parts where a character who was fighting someone and they were giving ground, they would do a spin. And the spin, like I know in Revenge of the Sith, they'd spin. But when they'd spin, they would do the behind the back Anakin thing. The idea is you're conscious of the choreography to know, like, okay, one person is spinning, the other person can stab in the back. And that
the idea in the episode 3 fight too, though, is that they were so close.
Yeah, and
that their fighting style at that point, like they complemented one another.
Exactly. Matt Stover wrote about that. How they were literally mirror edges of the same warrior. Yeah. Thousands of hours spent in the Jedi training room. Thousands of hours on the front line of the Clone Wars together. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I'm trying to take away from this fight. I think I'm just trying to comment on the comments I saw, or the comments saying it's the best. It is a fantastic fight.
Yeah. Kamir confronted.
Yeah, he was wearing, and I do love how they brought in cortosis. And the idea that it's so rare that he doesn't have a cortosis outfit. He has just a mask and just one little. I saw the gauntlet. It looks actually kind of like
it's kind of like a brace. I guess.
It's like poorly constructed. It looks like just a bunch of melted crap. Mm-hmm. And it's not like nice looking.
Yeah.
I think this person Kamir just had access to like just a little bit of this, and they're able to make enough to suit his fighting style. I imagine he would have more if he could.
It's not the first time we've had something, if not an item, then a creature that can affect the force around itself. Like the salamanders that Thrawn uses.
Yep. I think it might have been in the Return of the Jedi novel, one of the first ones. Mm-hmm. Palpatine had like a self-destruct button for Vader in case Vader ever tried to turn against him.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't just, I don't like the idea, honestly, a lot.
I don't either. We lost Jeki.
Yeah.
And we lost Yord.
Yeah, and we lost a bunch of other people we didn't know.
We didn't know them by name. But
yeah, I thought they were
Jeki and Yord.
Yeah, and
in the same episode.
Yeah, I think the show... Yeah, they really turned up the volume there. I was surprised in a good way that they died. The only thing I'll say is I enjoyed those characters enough, even Yord, who kind of annoyed me. I enjoyed him enough where I wanted to see more of him.
Well, yeah, but he was annoying in a way that affected the story in a good way.
Yeah. Anyways, before we roll with this, if you guys want to support us, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you're thinking of the show. Let's be civil. Let's jump in. Also, I've been made aware that they use Kylo Ren's theme.
I heard that.
And there's a reason for it. So I'm wondering if he's just like a knight, like one of the first knights of Ren, and he's not like I don't know. Which one's this?
Osha.
Also, shout out to the good aesthetic here. The old trilogy kind of.
Yeah, it's really good set design. This show's got very excellent set designs. Elephant Walrus, but not.
It looks like didn't it look like we're
Luke?
Yeah.
Unknown.
An island?
It's an unknown planet.
There'd be porgs everywhere too.
Yeah. I did read somewhere that she was actually in Hunger Games.
Remember?
It's been a long time since I've seen those.
Because I want to react to them.
Well, the comment was about how she was in Hunger Games, and so was Jack Quaid.
Coruscant 5112, you have clearance for transmission.
Emergency code 0. My whole team is dead.
Speak to Master Vanestra.
Thank God.
Osha, I'm going to reset the transceiver.
Logically extend what we know about a real world.
I mean, if I get into a different machine at work, a lot of times
Not very Jedi of him, but I imagine very few Jedi are just completely unattached. Like, they do their
Obi-Wan
job.
wasn't.
What?
Obi-Wan wasn't. Cold as ice.
Yeah.
And they're a great character in the story, but they're not a great follow.
I wonder if his ass will know.
Talking about the otter?
Yeah, what if he knows because he can
That's what I
smell
was
it?
saying earlier. Do you think she'll kill him because he would know?
Oh, I thought you were just saying to be a prick.
No, just... Pip might know.
I just really love that little Basil.
No. He has to know somebody's following him.
Yeah. You want to join me?
Yeah.
I was trying to sound like Anakin there.
Strike me down.
He has to know.
Give in to your anger. With each passing moment, you make yourself more my servant.
How does it feel? I assume you didn't keep your own saber when you left the Order.
Walk.
So he knows.
Yeah.
You're not gonna join me. I'd like to put my clothes back on. If it's honorable to kill me like this. But a few hours later, it's vengeance. Your anger betrays your thoughts.
Why bring me here? Am I supposed to be your prisoner?
Prisoner? You're the one with the weapon.
Did you kill Sol?
No.
Did you kill May?
No. Interesting you ask about him first, though. He taught you the Jedi. A special relationship, isn't it? Master and pupil?
You put on a white shirt after you get out of there.
It might be a better sell too. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To go down here in the black, I'll come out after baptizing myself in white.
So he doesn't know.
You saved us, Osha. He corrupted your sister. He pushed me to a place It's time to make things right. It's time for me to face the High Council. To tell them everything.
Energy X8, you are cleared for transmission.
I love that look in there. Mm-hmm. I don't mean in a bad way, but it reminds me of a diner from Back to the
You want
Future.
to take a look?
Oh shit.
Supposed to be a mechanic.
Give me a couple minutes.
Apologies, Senator. I must go. But thank you for your update.
We received a distress call from Master Sol.
Casualty.
Connection was faulty, but it sounded like the entire team.
Prepare a rescue team to depart for the planet Kofar immediately.
How do you know where he is?
I sent him there.
You speak as if you were a Jedi.
I was.
Where we going?
A long time. It was a really long time ago.
Why'd you bring me here? If you keep me here, Sol comes to you. He's found me before. And his strength in the Force is very powerful.
That's your strength in the Force, Osha. Someone ought to teach you that. You hungry?
He's really selling it.
Playing the Palpatine game.
Yep.
Well, I imagine most Sith are probably pretty damn good at
Deception.
any kind of subterfuge and deception. It's how they survived. They made friends with powerful people and...
Hey, relax, relax. Hey. Reset me to factory settings.
Is that easy?
I find this is an override.
Identical twins would in most ways, like their DNA is the same.
Power system.
I wonder if they would smell different.
If you were a Jedi, you know it's something you must exercise. Without training, it fades.
The Jedi teach there's only one way to access the Force. If you don't below the surface of consciousness, are powerful anger, fear, loss,
That's the path to the dark side.
semantics. I killed those who threatened my existence.
You killed Yord. You killed Jackie.
And where did you think that was going to go? Why do you love people who can only go so far, who can't go as deep as you can?
I'm
I'm not that easily corrupted.
You stayed here to do something. Do it.
Do it.
A Jedi doesn't attack the unarmed.
Why do you still think of yourself as a Jedi?
I left.
Why?
Because I chose to.
This anger, this pain, this is who you are.
They didn't throw me away.
Then why aren't you a Jedi?
Because I failed!
I lost everything. Osha. That's when you're finally free.
He's taking an awful risk. I mean, I imagine he's really probing her thoughts, but...
Are you joining us on the mission, Master?
I am.
You get nauseous when you travel through hyperspace?
I don't get sick. I find it unsettling. I don't need to handle this personally. I hope that is all right with you.
Or is she dirty?
I wonder. Which, I don't know if I would like that storyline. Doesn't mean it won't be well done. Doesn't mean in terms of like looking at that and all the lore, I would say I didn't like that part. Maybe it'll change my mind.
How could I not have sensed that villain's true intentions?
When you really want something, it can cloud your mind. You see what you want to see.
You found him. Your pip droid. I noticed the way you take care of him. Love him.
I had to lose a lot of myself in order to become a Jedi.
Sorry if you felt that way.
How could I feel any other way? Have you told me everything that happened on Brentalk? You can tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, another time.
I have to go to Squid Game Season 2.
I don't know why. I already won one.
My name is...
She knows. Oh.
Master Soul, the rescue team is on
Her outfit almost looks Imperial in a way.
Some dirty shit going on, Shane.
Well, let's see if they can do in a way where...
If he's the Sith Lord, I'll accept this.
No
Shit, this is
way.
what's going on.
That'd be
There was
nuts.
an
I'm just
Umbrella
saying.
colony attacked last night and wreaked havoc on the local settlement. Could explain a large amount of casualties.
It's actually good story writing, which I haven't seen this entire thing, but
Yeah.
if she's meant to appear like something shady
a red
going
herring?
on, yeah.
Yeah.
I made a mistake
Spitball.
with May. I thought she wanted more than just revenge.
What do you want?
The power of two.
Where'd you get that scar? Looks like someone stabbed you in the back.
Someone who threw me away. Kurtosis. Any against lightsabers? But also a sensory deprivation headpiece. Like we used as younglings. So it's just you and the Force.
Only what you bring with you.
Try not.
I don't trust you.
But you should learn to trust yourself.
So I wonder if a Sith threw him away.
Yeah, he's kind of like a mole right now.
Too handsome. Just
Yeah.
No sign of Osha or her twin. They must have survived.
He's the Blue Goon guy.
One versus many. His power extraordinary, his skills erratic.
Erratic's a good word to describe
All
him.
aim was to leave no survivor.
Oh, the
we got a
lightweight.
saber whip.
Yeah.
They were all killed by a lightsaber.
What does that tell you?
Why kill that? Oh, yeah, but God is threatening.
You don't think Master Soul was responsible?
That is quite the accusation.
Who else would possess the power to slay such a strong group?
Something to tip the scales.
But if he did this, why would he send us a distress signal?
It's in the back.
You're a strong man.
I have
Interrogation
no
scene.
intention
Yeah.
of harming you, May.
And let me go.
We need to find your master. We need to save Osha. You and I are going to talk. I've had 16 years to think about what I would say to you if I ever got the opportunity.
One of the best scenes in modern cinema.
Is that like a Cortosis vein?
It looks like.
Giving it that rough look was the right call. If it was just completely smooth.
It wouldn't fit. Fucking thing wouldn't fit on my head, I can tell you that.
Guys, that was a reaction. We're going to talk about it. I thought it was very solid.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like the interactions.
Yeah.
I like the intrigue. I like that Soul is being openly accused on the Jedi side. And the second time that Mog brought it up,
fucking Mog.
I don't know her fucking name, but Green Lady.
Yeah.
She did not refute it.
Yeah, that's quite an accusation.
But
Because
the second time he brought it up,
who could be so powerful to do that?
But then after that, he said, "Why would you do this? Whatever." She did not refute it.
We also had a light whip, which it's been around for years. Never seen in the movies or even in the cartoons. I thought it was cool to see. I've seen it in the LCC. It's
I don't like it visually. It hasn't been used well yet. It hasn't been used like Mickey Rourke used them in Iron Man 2.
I remember how much you like that.
Khmer was a Jedi, so he claims.
Yeah, so he claims. I have a...
What's your theory? You want to bet?
Well, I don't want to make a bet.
You could make a bet after this episode.
I have a theory, but it just like...
There's a suit up there that's been beckoning for somebody
when
to
all
wear
you do
for
is
a
like
long time.
deconstruct an episode, like you're going to have theories, and if you're over the age of 25 and you pay attention, if you have 10 theories, one's going to be right.
You don't have to say it. We can make a bet. Dude,
It's a shot in the dark theory.
obviously, there's something else going on.
Yeah, I have a...
Like, Soul could have waited.
Yeah.
Now, did he not wait because he felt like the Jedi would just rush things and not listen to reason?
Yeah.
Because he's closer to the situation? Or because...
You want me to say my theory?
Or because Green Lady is involved and he knows that she'll just cover it up?
The audience has always seen her kind of talking to the senators in a way to kind of...
assuage them.
Assuage them. Like, that does make sense. Maybe the High Council doesn't even know. Yeah. And I like the idea of the High Council not knowing. Like, I think if there is shady shit going on, this can't be what Palpatine told Anakin. Like, this is something that's so within the whole order. And you were one that was being fooled. Yeah. So do you think he's...
They had their acts together.
Yeah.
I don't. At least I'm refusing to believe it. I'm not listening to my senses.
Yeah.
And I am just refusing to believe he's one because he's not my Sith. If he's like Maul,
yeah, that
was cast aside,
yeah,
for another apprentice, I would like that.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh man, I want back what I had. You know, I want to retake the throne. Like if I find an apprentice, we can go back and take out my old master.
Yeah.
Interesting that he's also that the shit's going on with Soul.
Yeah, what is it? Like what I mean, I'm
like
really...
I said, maybe they went there to snuff out maybe a seedbed for the dark side.
I just don't like that.
They got reports of
I
these
don't
people
like the
doing this
idea of
shit.
Jedi doing that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But if we're going to go no holds barred and just accepting Star Wars for what it is, and that for what it is whatever's approved by Filoni and people that are in charge. So
Filoni didn't approve. He came later.
I don't care. The people that were in charge were the ones that were in charge of the sequel trilogy. So if all this is canon,
yeah,
and this is what they're going to do, and this is where Star Wars is going, fine, I'll accept it. But if that's the point,
yeah,
then that has to be whatever we're given because we're not the ones making it. So,
yeah. So I would just say, like the I don't want to say the constant deconstruction, but we've had a deconstruction of the Jedi, and it's like, okay, like I understand where Luke was and why he felt the way he felt. I didn't agree with his actions, and I like that character, and I actually like that movie, but upon further examination, the idea that Luke would do something like that after refusing to kill his father would kill his nephew. No, he didn't kill his nephew, and he didn't try to kill his nephew, but he did think it. Now, funny, you like that character.
I liked him. I didn't like him in...
You didn't like him in the original trilogy that much.
I didn't. I liked him as an old grizzled man that had a beef with the world and not kind of whiny and young. Yeah, I never did like those characters, though, so...
If I was watching it by myself, I don't even know if Khmer would have crossed my mind as being a bad guy. I would go, there's something fishy about him. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would go, he's a Sith. Yeah,
shit like that crosses my mind though, because I remember talking to you about the Star Wars Ninja Turtles 2012 show.
Yeah,
her wearing the helmet at the end.
Yeah, I think it's a strong moment.
It was.
Yeah, I liked it, and if she turns bad and then the other one turns good, that would subvert.
Or if she just turns bad and the other one just gets fucked over because.
Yeah,
Amir did mention that the only thing she was interested in was revenge.
Yeah, I have been. Now we did throw out the idea of like, what if in the end those two both go on to do some kind of Rule of Two thing, which I thought that would be a subversion. Even if we thought of it, it would be something that would be very something I haven't seen before in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to talk about it. Basil, yeah, he knew. Fucking knew. In the Pip Droid, he got screwed, man.
He did.
Bail Organa told Antilles the particle minds have the particle droid mind wiped. Was that a similar process? Was it just a button? Tell me, I need to know.
I guess there was a button on his back. He can't reach it.
Yeah.
What are you doing? He just fucking hits the button.
I don't think I'm gonna like. I mean, I'm open to it, but I don't think I'm gonna like if Kamir is like the master within the rule of two structure along this journey to Palpatine. But you know, I hope he's not. But I liked him a lot in this episode, and I'm assuming he's not, just because of the clues they're giving me within the show that there are bigger people beyond them that are controlling things.
I agree. Discussions on where this ranks in the Star Wars live action series from Disney at the moment we're going to refrain from mentioning those until the end. At least I feel that way because I want to give this a fair review by the end of it. But it has a ranking in what we've seen so far, and it's not at my top, but I don't think much is going to compete with my top.
And if we're not counting it, because animated for me, I'd put it on.
I'm not. I'm putting it on live action productions.
Yeah, I have to see how it ends. You know,
that's what I'm saying. And I'm going to give it. I'm giving.
And some people might. I don't think so, but I think you would debate that you have to see how Andor ends. You know what I mean?
Well, we're not there yet, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just basing off of what I've seen so far. Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, Mandalorian.
Someone was trying to attack like the dialogue, like how it kind of moves. It's kind of plot oriented. Well, that's what Episode 4 was. Episode 4 was
a lot of Star Wars.
It was very plot oriented. Episode 5 was very
Episode 2.
character oriented.
Episode 2 and parts of it, a lot of Episode 3 and there's a lot of Episode 1. Like a lot of Star Wars is just like that. It's just
it just like
I don't like sand.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lame lines in Star Wars, but there's also a lot of heights. There's a lot of lows. There's a lot of heights. So you got to just kind of take them and leave them.
We're excited for the next one. We want it to end well. I don't
want to see it fail because I feel like the more shit, it's kind of like Cowboy Bebop when they made the live action version of it.
We like that one.
That show, I didn't want to see it fail because that means that they won't make any more live action series adaptations.
Yeah.
And where I agree that there should be more creative original works out there. People should just come up with their own shit.
Yeah.
But if they're not coming up with their own shit and they're making live action adaptations, I want them to do a good job.
Make that shit good too.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think about our comments, and we'll see you next week.